All right, here's another update on the back-end Black GTO drag and drive car. You may recall last update I had found that the oil pan I had got was leaking at one of the fittings and I had to replace it. So I got the car back together, actually on the third oil pan now. They Summit sent me a replacement. The first one they sent me came out of the box and it was bent. And so I didn't use it. And so then they sent me a third one, which is what as I got on the car now and got the engine back in, everything all back together and fired it up, and the engine's running fine. I still got an oil leak and it looks like it's the rear main seal, so I must have not done something correct when I put the engine together with the rear main seal, and it's dripping oil. I mean, it's not terrible, but you know, let it run for a minute, it's 2 or 3 drips on the ground. So it's obviously needs to be fixed, which means I'll have to pull the motor back out again. So this may be the last update for a little while on this car as I'm continuing to struggle with it. You know, I feel like I've made pretty good progress. I was able to start it up without touching the gas pedal, just hit the key and it cranked over and started right up and idled fine, and I can rev it up and it revs up fine. It has a little bit of problem coming back to idle if I don't just slowly let it come back down. If I just lift right off the gas, it'll stumble and then die, which is some stuff in the tune that needs to be adjusted. But yeah, you know, other than the oil leak, if I didn't have an oil leak, I'd be ready to try to get this thing an appointment to go to the tuner to try to get tuned. It still probably wouldn't be good enough to make the SICK Michigan miles, which starts on August the 10th, which is just 2 weeks away, or maybe not even 2 weeks away, but yeah, 2 weeks away. But it's not going to make that. Outside chance it would have made it anyway, even if I didn't have the oil leak. But I do have it, and I got to take the motor back out to address that. And so it's probably not going to get running. It may not get running this season. It may be next spring before I get it done right and get it back in the car. So anyway, that's the update on the engine stuff. Like I said, I had everything else all done. I've got oil pressure, I got transmission temperature, fuel gauges, turn signals, lights, I mean, everything's basically done. I was down to caulking under the car and you know, getting ready. My next plan, if it wasn't leaking oil, I was going to put it in gear and run it through the gears and see about taking it on a test drive. And then take it to get tuned, or take it to get tuned and then test drive it, depending on whether I can get it to come back to idle and go in gear and not die and stuff like that. But anyway, not good news. I'm gonna have to go to the backup car, and so don't know whether I'm gonna take the BRZ, which is what we took when we went to SICK 66, or whether I'm gonna take the Solstice, which is what we took to SICK Summer here earlier this year. But one of those 2 cars is gonna likely be the car we're gonna take to SICK Michigan miles. He said, wish I could have got this thing to going, but it just seems like it's fighting me every step of the way. And I'm not going to be able to get it done in time. So with that, that's the update for now. Thanks.